right, well, welcome to another edition of America Makes Game Day, and good afternoon. Welcome to downtown Detroit. We are here at the Cobo Center for Rapid Plus TCT 2019, and we're here with a good friend of ours, Tom Cooney, the publisher of Digital Engineering Magazine. And America Makes and Digital Engineering just entered into an agreement to bring you in as media partner. And there's some wonderful give and take that we look forward to with your magazine. But tell us a little bit about digital engineering and how it fits in with the additive space here at Rapid.
Sure, I'm really excited about the partnership. When I saw America Makes a couple years ago, it was something that I knew was the right fit for us. And the reason being is because digital engineering is focused on the very front end of product design.
Right.
And so we've been covering additive 3D printing since 1995 when we launched. We launched at the time as desktop engineering.
Okay.
You know, it's when CAD came onto the desktop and design engineers were using CAD on desktops, desktop engineering was launched as a magazine. We covered additive manufacturing at the time, 3D printing, because those design engineers were designing in CAD, and then they had to produce a prototype to test that design. Mm-hmm. And 3D printing was the logical solution.
Right.
And although it was, early on for 3D printing, but it was still a viable, simple solution for these engineers. And so it's been a part of our editorial coverage ever since. Now we've focused more from CAD. We cover CAD every issue, but we also cover simulation, because simulation is now pushing, the boundaries of those designs.
Right.
And then we're prototyping and then testing. So we've been covering and promoting additive 3D printing since 1995.
Since the early.
So when I saw America Makes and what your mission was, I just felt like there's definitely something here for us, and I'm so glad that last year at Rapid,
we had a conversation,
and
got it going.
12 months later,
we finally got it done. Yeah.
And so one of the things that I think that we can help is that through our channels of distribution, between the magazine, the website, and then we have 5 newsletters, all have their own different, purpose, that as news and research comes out of America Makes, and other additional advances and partnerships, we can share that with the DE universe, which is over 90,000 engineers.
Sure.
Many of which aren't familiar with America Makes. And if we can push that democratization of additive manufacturing through our channels, then everybody wins.
Right.
And America wins, American manufacturing wins, and
all boats rise with
and
the
we
tide,
win from being aligned with America Makes.
Mm-hmm.
And the association with you, I think, is a really big benefit, and we like to be part of your conferences that you have on an annual basis.
Right, and I think it gives an opportunity to have a partnership with an organization that takes that mission seriously. I mean, you very much are editorial focused. You're focused on getting the story and the stories that benefit your audience, and I think it shows in the success that your magazine has.
Right.
So what are you seeing here at Rapid that is impressing you? I mean, you've been coming to Rapid for a while as DE, as
right. We've been coming here forever. I've only been on board. This is my 6th year as the publisher of the magazine. So, and my entree into this side of technology, and the advances that I'm seeing, frankly, are the size of the booths.
Right? No,
because players that were what I thought were small players 2 years ago have giant booths.
Right.
And things are changing so fast, and the advances in the materials, the advances in the technologies, the addition of technologies, it's just becoming such a reality so quickly. And I think what I'm personally seeing is the real focus to break into that adoption on that manufacturing floor, from the prototype world to the full manufacturing
Right.
and pushing that envelope that all these manufacturers are trying to do, get to that speed and production level. But it's really fascinating.
I was telling a colleague, I said, you look around and you see how many booths are not just 8 feet tall.
Right.
These are going to the ceiling,
Right.
double stories, second decks, a lot of hanging signs, and that
Right.
says people are spending money on their marketing,
Right.
and they've got a lot of stories to tell.
And there are companies that are from overseas,
Right.
Australia, Europe, various countries within Europe that I visited for the last 3 years as tabletops with a curtain backdrop.
Right.
And now I'm looking at giant booths from those same companies.
Right. Custom made,
and
beautiful
so
booths. Yeah.
I think the competition is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the players who have been around forever,
Right.
and the Stratuses of the world, and some of these companies have been around for so long. I think there's a lot of competition now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And it's exciting. Very exciting.
It's very exciting, and it's interesting. Like you said, you've been with DE for 6 years. It's about as long. We're in our 7th year at America Makes, and coming to the event, we just keep seeing more and more floor space, more and more exhibitors, more and more attendees.
Yeah.
And it's not just Rapid; it's the other events as well that surround the community and the industry, not just in the U.S. but around the globe. And yeah, it's really taken off.
What's really fun too is the applications
Right.
that like you and I walking around seeing presentations or going into press conferences and listening to how the applications are being used, whether it's in performance car racing. I think there's at the Indy 500 this Sunday.
Yeah.
I think almost every race team participating has got some 3D printer. I'm not going to say whose,
Right.
but
Right.
there's 3D printers in every one of those shops
touching
for
that.
those
Right,
those
exactly.
different race teams,
Yep.
because they've seen the value of reducing time to produce, to be put into those cars, to prototype, and reduce their
Reduce
weight,
part
increase the
count,
speed. We're
right.
looking at 1/100ths of a second is the difference in winning and losing.
Right.
And so all those variables and having additive helps them get that competitive edge. It's really cool.
Yeah, and that's a great metaphor for the competition that's out there.
Yeah.
It will be the big race this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks very much. The magazine is Digital Engineering, and Tom Cooney is the publisher, and thank you all for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Great seeing you.
Good seeing you.